That is Atlantic Records. Probably would. I probably would get. I'm. Oh, that's six. 60. I put a 60 ball up there. You're crazy. That's a 60 ball. Hey. Wait, what? T-Pain 2024 Las Vegas residency? Oh, I gotta see Pain. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta go see T-Pain. I gotta go see T-Pain. He has a residency? No way. Ooh. Ooh. This movie was so crazy. I remember watching Porky's as a kid. Yo, that movie was crazy. Hold on. Hold on. Nah, I'm talking about it's a movie called Porky's. You saw that movie? Porky's.
Turn me up. No need chocolate when I miss. I just wrote the cyber list. I just caught the drip. Closet full of ooze. What it cost for this? Seven shit I feel like shoes. Too much confidence. Every time I walk in, bad bitch give me compliment. It's a cover to my jacket. This shit cost a couple cents. Billy got a frog out. Hop inside that demon till they tracking that shit dog out. Like a young nigga gym in New York, young boy ball out. All these patches on my shit, you know that chrome out. I been doing this shit back then, young nigga had long stop. In them trenches with them bricks, you got them chrome bars. Nothing I came from. Man, I get your money. Man, ain't got free bar though. We got lows on top of lows. Young niggas like Chavo. She's the boss. Youngin' but you're not your money in my pocket. Rubber band up, rotor like a nigga with your rap. Yo bitch in a section. My bitch tryna be at Saks. I like picking blue money, but these green ones stay attached. Got my racks in my backpack. Go y'all the stack. This shit fell right in my lap. No need chocolate when I miss. I just wrote the cyber list. I just caught the drip. Closet full of ooze. What it cost for this? Seven shit I feel like shoes. Too much confidence. Every time I walk in, bad bitch give me compliment. It's a cover to my jacket. This shit cost a couple cents. Billy got a frog eye. Hop inside that demon till they tracking that shit dog out. Like a young nigga Jim, ayy, like a young nigga Ben. Hop on fly like Uber, this shit cost me just like 10. I'm still with my shooter, that my budget like Corinne. I'm still in the gym. Rise tall, money long. Diamond coming, yellow, white, honeycomb. Bad before I die, better have 100 stones. Yeah, coming, GIA, these niggas catch tombstone. Nigga catch it, movie clear, if that boy just move wrong. Fuck. You know what you ride. You know what you ride. It's a icy vibe. Hey. Cylinder, I'm tryna balance it. I'm shooting her like a silencer. Sexy red, she tryna ride. A foot in that like a challenger. SLT slide, she ride like a SLT slide and she ride it like satellite. Ride. Ay, bulletproof, might pull up in a little sour. She love it when I'm beside her, right? Cadillac stars in the ride tonight. The leg, her body, her thighs alright. She poppin' and tapping, her boosted by Mason. Say that pussy relevant, I got a taste. Them tricks will be taken, in terms of dramatic. I ain't fuck with no pain, this shit for vibration. Catch me out the way, you feel what I'm saying? I fuck with the OG, young nigga been playing. Grizzly, the blocker, they trim it in. Bunty come on, wet like this shit made in. We break down the box and we back on the plane. I take out the Glock out the box, let it rain. Cylinder, I'm tryna balance it. I'm shooting her like a silencer. Sexy red, she tryna ride. I put her down like a challenger. SLT slide, she ride like a SLT slide and she ride it like satellite. Ride. She need a pink tattoo. She do that shit with her chest of breast. Sick her like codeine, I got attached to. Zoom on over, we eating bad. Oh, in the bathroom, they playing mine too. I like her dressed the one with the savage. Right by my side, but that my little man, boo. Bitch ain't no boo, shot a show. Don't play with these numbers, no, you don't go. Cause you might just slip up on my little old. My old London vouch, she right by the old too. That shit new to you, man, that's my little old too. Cause we met outside, yeah, that's how I know you. And we been outside everywhere to go to. Been everywhere, don't know where to go to. Cylinder, I'm tryna balance it. I'm shooting her like a silencer. Sexy red, she tryna ride. I put her down like a challenger. SLT slide, she ride like a SLT slide and she ride it like satellite. Ride.
I can't feel my face, I can't feel my legs, too busy, I'm counting the bread, you can get hit with a lead, yeah, I'm with a freak ass bitch right now, she tryna give me head, I ain't gonna burn, I'm pushing P, yeah, I never leave my mans, can I geek up in this bitch, just give me my bread, I'm fucking these hoes, I don't give a fuck about this bitch, I jump on the stage, I'm rocking these shows, get money, I'm tryna run quick, no matter the rain, no matter the snow, I'm keeping that bitch on my hip, I promise I'm making them dip, I want some money, that's it, my bitch like Harley and shit,
They is right there for you. Blah, blah. Right.
Do she really want me or do she want me for the fame? Got cash, got racks, and then now she gon' scream my name. I'm with you, stay solid. Your jewelry so flawless. You a snake, it's so obvious. Only want me cause I'm poppin', yo. They say, oh my God, he hard. Bad, oh yard. Said you fucked with me, should've said that from the start. Rats in Louis, bitch, my budget fucking large. That shit large. You got cash on you. You got a bag on you. You got racks on you. Bitch, you got ass on you. What you doing? You don't got nowhere to go. Yeah, I'm missing you. I had to let you know. Yeah, I had to let you know. I can't stress no bitch. Yeah, it is what it is. Model, she bad. Little shorty live in the hills. Yeah, these hoes, they bad and bad. I'ma hit then leave you after.
Oh shit! I just thought about that. Wait, that was playing? Fuck. My bad.
So they go to Porky's, and Porky comes out, and Porky is like, and from here on out, I'm on Porky's side. But we're not supposed to be. Porky's this big fat guy. He's like, we want it. So these are like young kids. They're underage, but they sneak
And they
in.
can't
And they
get
go,
in
we
the
want to see
club.
Porky. Like, there's one guy that like, kind of becomes the leader now. That I'm like, I don't recognize him from anybody else. They all look exactly the same. He's like, I want to see Porky. And Porky's like, yeah, what do you boys want? I'm a big fat guy. And they're like, we want 5 girls. We want to go to Porky's Pen, which is upstairs, famously. We want to go to Porky's Pen. We want the 10 of it. They never get the math right.
Okay.
Like, the 8 of us want to fuck 5 girls. That's their opening offer. And he's like, 8 of you can fuck. This is really in the movie. He goes, 8 of you can fuck 2 girls for an hour or 3 girls for 20 minutes.
Like the Old West. Like they go and they're like,
It's
we'd
like
like
the
a
Old West.
lady and a shower.
And they're like, okay, we'll take these 2. We'll take these 3 for half an hour.
Okay.
And he's like, all right. And this movie keeps doing this. He's like, okay, you go into this dark room and I'll send the girls in. And you're like, okay, movie, I know.
Ben just winked at me.
Wink.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, wink. So they go into a
Get
dark
their
room
ass out.
and he hits a giant cartoon lever.
Uh-huh.
And they fall into this whole place. The whole
Is this Booby Trap? Is this also
I
Home
hella
Alone?
remember
it's
this
Home
part.
Alone.
They all.
So he kicks him out, which he should do because they're underage
Yep, in the
children
water. I
trying
hella
to
remember this
solicit
part.
prostitutes
I
at a
hella
fucking
remember
bar.
this.
They're also haggling for these prostitutes.
So he kicks underage this man whose only crime is being overweight and poor. It's very, as the kids would say, it's very class coded. This poor man with a weight problem kicks these rich kids out of his bar, right? And so then this is like so funny. I don't know why the movie does this. So then they leave and they're like, okay, well that didn't work. I guess we'll go on another wacky adventure. And one of the guys has this look in his eyes and he's looking off and he's like, it wasn't right what they did to us. And suddenly it's a drama. He goes, it wasn't right. I'm going back. And they're like, dude, you can't go back to Porky's. He's like, I'm going back to Porky's. Let me give it. He's just like they're talking to him. He's just like, he won't look at his friends and he's looking out the front window and he's like, I'm going back and I'm going to kill Porky. So he leaves and the movie just goes on with its little jokes. And the movie just goes on, right? And every once in a while, this fucking dude comes back more beat up. They're going on their little sexcapades, and this guy's like, they keep going, Mickey, stop fucking going back to Porky's. And he's like, it ain't right. He's like it's like dramatic. He's like fucked up. He's like bloody, black eyes. Eventually he just pulls up again, and the door opens and he just falls out of the car. He's like, they beat me up again. It ain't right what they did to me. And they're like, you're not going to go back to Porky. He's like, I'm going back to Porky. And he's like, what the fuck do you keep? Like, we've moved on. Maybe that's what Porky's is. It's like a metaphor.
Oh my God.
Porky's is the darkness you have to return to.
Porky's Purgatory?
I don't know.
Purgatory Porky's.
This guy won't let Porky's. Everyone else has moved on.
Yeah.
And then finally they're like, all the girls are going to the shower. Let's go, boys.
Yeah.
And they look in and they see all the girls and they're naked.
Uh-huh.
And even by today's, it turns out that never loses its effect. I was like, oh, that's cool. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is a quaint movie, but naked girls, that always works. Timeless.
Right.
And then the girls now, they're like, they have their towels on, but they're like laughing. They're like, you
Yeah, see
pervert,
this
you
shit.
know? And then the guy's like, hey, I think they like it. And he's like, so naturally he does what you would do. He sticks his tongue through
What?
He's like, if I stick my tongue through the hole, clearly one of them will just put her vagina on my tongue.
Oh my God.
No.
And then I think they like put soap on it. And they're like,
Okay.
ha 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 ha, right?
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, that didn't work. So clearly the next thing I should do is stick my
Like, bro.
Of course, because it's the 80s and we're just fucking having fun, okay? Nothing has a message. Who gives a fuck, okay? so all the women leave, but the two buddies are looking in the holes, and they're like, "Keep your dick in there. I think a hot girl's coming." And it's the big burly gym teacher, and this is so funny. She grabs his dick, and she's like, "You're in big trouble, buddy."
Bro.
And she knows the guy. She goes like, "That's Tommy Thompson. I recognize that dick anywhere." She goes, "It's got a mole on it." Right?
Like, what the hell is happening?
She goes, "It's got a mole on it." And she's like, and then she can't go anywhere, but she's holding his dick, and she goes, "I'm taking you to the principal."
It's like, how are you gonna take?
And
me
at
to
that
the
point, I'm
fucking-
like, for a second, I go, "Am I into this? Like, is this what I want?
Yeah.
I think I want a butch gym
Right.
teacher to grab my dick
grab
hole."
me.
And then have to just stand there while somebody else goes to get the principal.
Okay, but here's why. If this movie had been just this scene, it would be a great movie. It'd be a great short film. So then he eventually he gets free. You
Because
don't really
it
show
goes
us-
soft at some point. So
Yeah, maybe the whole time. You don't, and they do such a great job of not really showing the dick, but you kind of get a sense of it. So then he.
you get a sense of
The dick is like Jaws.
Okay,
It's implied.
it has a presence.
I feel like my dick is so menacing because it's like because you never see it.
Right.
My dick is the Jaws of dicks. Okay. So anyway, so he gets away, and the buddies are like, "We pranked you again." It's all sex pranks.
Okay.
It's all vaguely sex crime pranks, and then they run away, and then we cut to a scene, and this is the best scene, where this woman, this large PE teacher woman, she's like traumatized, but she's like determined. And she's talking to the principal. And we just see all the male PE teachers trying not to laugh. But she's like, "Look, I witnessed a crime. I need to see all the dicks. I need to see all the boys'
Like,
dicks.
what?
And if you show me all the boys' dicks," the guys are like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
He's
that's
like, "Look,
crazy.
I need to see all the dicks if we're going to solve this. If you show me all the dicks, I can point out the dick with the mole on it, and I can positively identify Tommy Thompson, and we're going to
nigga is
nail his ass to
rolling.
the wall." She was just like pleading with him. She's like, I don't want to see the dicks. I need to see the dicks. And then eventually one guy's like, "What if we bring in a sketch artist?" And that's funny. So this guy in the locker room, and he's supposed to be a jerk. He goes on this anti-Semitic thing.
Okay.
Right? And then this guy goes like, "But I'm a Jew," right? And he's like, "Yeah, you're a Jew? I hate Jews." And he's like, "But I am a Jew, and I love Jews." And they're like, "Let's fist fight after school to see who's right about the Jews." I guess to see who's right about the Jews.
Okay.
Like if you win, the Jews are
Right.
good.
A lot of pressure on this guy.
Anyway, so they get in a fist fight, and here's why the movie's cool. The Jewish guy, great at fighting.
Okay.
The Jewish guy kicks ass. And everyone's like, "You're all right, Jew." But here's where the 80s and 90s, you're all right,
That's
Jew.
where they're progressive
Yeah, right.
bands. They're like, that's where
No, but here's why the 80s and 90s was actually more racially nuanced than today. Now there would be some long speech. Like now it would just be like, racism is bad and you can't be racist. There's actually a conversation in this movie where he's like, "Look, Timmy hates the Jews a little bit. But he's our buddy, so we're going to keep hanging out with him, but we like you too." And the Jewish guy's like, "Okay, I get it." He's like, "Why can't Jews and anti-Semites hang out together?" And I'm like, that's kind of cool. It's like, we don't need to fix him, but there's more.
Okay.
Because it's cool, because it's like, we don't just dismiss the anti-Semite. Like, he has a redemption arc, which I don't think they would do that today. There's an anti-Semitism redemption arc where, and this is, the guy's dad shows up, and we know he's no good because he's got a leather jacket on.
Oh, bad boy.
And he beats the kid up, and he's like, "I heard you lost a fight to a Jew. That's not how I taught you." See, now we see the generational, see? And he's like, "Dad, but he's kind of a cool guy, honestly." And he's like, "You don't ever lose a fight to a Jew." He's like, "That's not how I raised you." And also, earlier in the movie, he showed up again on a motorcycle and just beat the shit out of the kid and, like,
good.
left.
Okay.
And I think he had, like, a young girl in the back of the motorcycle, which is a good dress. And this is the funniest thing ever. So the movie is trying to teach us to love Jewish people and to love each other for our differences, right? In 1981, very progressive. So the dad's beating the kid up, and then the kid,
Very progressive.
Very progressive.
the dad's
his
beating the
son.
kid up, and then the kid says, "You know what?" And this is the big thing at the end of the
Okay.
movie, before they go tear down Porky's. The kid goes, "You know what, Dad? You can beat me up, but I ain't like you.
Oh,
And I ain't never gonna be like you.
that's fucking.
Because I'm not full of hate. I love people. And you know what? I'm not going to judge nobody for who they are or for what they believe. And I'm not like you, Dad, and I'll never be like you, Dad.
The dad do.
Maybe I'm not a man. But if being like you is being a man, I'd just as soon be queer.
Oh, hell no, that's funny.
The past was doing its best.
That is funny. That is funny. Okay, see, I want to watch this over. I've already. That is funny. Roadhouse. Okay, I kind of want to see. Oh, Police Academy. Oh, that stupid ass movie. Let me see over the top. Saturday Night Fever. That was oh no, that's John. That's John. I'm thinking of Boogie Night. I'm thinking maybe, but maybe not. I don't know. Oh no. Cause see, I like when they talk about the old shit. Cause like this still was like a I mean, shit, Porky's was still. I don't know. Maybe. I might click on that. I might. The Soul Man or Roadhouse. I don't know why. And then we'll do Soul Man.
In this movie, Patrick Swayze is the greatest bouncer who ever lived.
Oh boy.
So we open on a bar that's doing well. The Dalton, Patrick Swayze,
Okay.
the greatest bouncer ever that Dalton has fixed up with his amazing bouncing. And then the guy walks in, this older guy walks in. Dalton is giving himself surgery. He got sliced in his bouncing duties. This guy's such a badass, he sews himself up. And he's like, it's a shitty little town called Jasper, Missouri. I just came into some money. I want to fix this bar I own up, and I hear you're the best. Like, and I'll give you a bunch of money. Come save my bar. And he's like, okay, I'll do it. And he's like, I'm going to get you a plane ticket. And he says, I don't fly.
What?
Because he's the toughest guy ever, and he's afraid of planes.
Oh,
Right, I don't.
That's so funny that he's like, they make him the biggest badass ever because he's giving himself surgery. But he's like, I'm going to come to town and I'm going to kick everybody's ass. The only thing is, I'm afraid of planes and I don't like clowns. But aside from that, I am the baddest mother you'll ever meet. Also, there's a peanut allergy. And if you do peekaboo, I will shit my pants. And then he goes to, it's a really small town. So he goes to this old farm where this old guy with a big white beard, you know, sweet guy, it's his farm. And he has this big, beautiful room above the barn or whatever.
All right, wait, hold on. Let me. What the fuck? Where is my link at? God damn. I can't get my link. Eat. I'm I'm trying to see if I could get. All of a sudden, the biddy's not even there. Harry Bone. Guess nobody's here. toxic vibes. See, I don't know. Yeah, I got it. I've been waiting on you. You ain't here. Waiting on you, nigga. Where the fuck is that? Bam! Ready to go right now. I'm literally just about to roll up real quick. I was waiting on you, but then I ain't see you on or nothing all day, so I bought the shit, downloaded it, and then I was about to play it, but first I just eating me little mini corn dogs. I'm eating my mini corn dogs, and I'm trying to roll up fast, real fast. Is what I'm doing. Oh, hold on. All right, so I'm looking at. All right, just bear with me though. But in this 9 minutes, I am watching. I'm watching Roadhouse, a recap, right? Of Roadhouse, and bro, like he kind of recaps it in a funny ass way. But there's a fucking funny ass movie. I have not seen it before, but I need to watch it. It's called Soul Man. Bro, it's a white dude doing blackface. Oh, see, look, this is another one. See, I might watch this one. See, I might look at this one too. Hold on, I'm about to look at this one too though. Another blackface. Ain't gonna lie, I be. Oh, Revenge of the Nerds. See, I gotta look at. Bro, I gotta watch them recap this, bro. Revenge of the Nerds. Right, this aged great. No, it did not. Yo. It's just hella funny though because, geez, have you ever seen? Hold on, I gotta show you this shit. Cause have you ever seen Porky's? It's a movie from back in the day. It's like I think it came out like the 80s. It's called Porky's. And I work tonight. We can run tomorrow. Fuck it. I'll continue.
And that's where he's gonna stay.
There's a movie called Porky's though, where it's like, bruh, it's funny because how it starts off. It is hella funny because how it starts off. It's like, bro, what? How they say like, bro, I'm on Porky's side. Like, no, you definitely are on Porky's side. Like, as an adult, you're definitely on Porky's side. Where it's like, bro, get the fuck out of here.
While he cleans up the room of Whitebeard. So he goes to this old farm where this old guy with the big white beard, you know, sweet guy, it's his farm, and he has this big, beautiful room above the barn or whatever, and that's where he's going to stay while he cleans up the bar. But it's such a small town that the villain of the movie, Brad Wesley, he's this rich old guy who he's ruthless and he owns the town. And it's such a small town that his place just happens to be right across the pond, this little pond from where Patrick Swayze's staying. And then, okay, so now he's hired as the cooler.
The cooler.
The cooler is what you call the head bouncer. The first work meeting, he's like, you're too violent, you're gone. He's cleaning house. Lady that was selling drugs, you're gone.
Damn.
There's a famous scene where one of the bartenders or bouncers is fucking a lady in the like utility closet.
Oh,
and
he fires her.
He says, baby, you're going to be my regular Saturday night thing.
Oh, God.
What?
And then the door opens and he goes, you're fired.
What?
And he's like, fuck.
Wait a minute.
And then, and this is the pivotal part of the movie, he goes to the guy, the bartender, and he says, you've been stealing money from the cash register. You're out, too. And the bartender's like, do you know who my uncle is? And then he's like, I don't give a shit. It turns out this guy's uncle is Brad Wesley, the guy who owns the town.
Okay.
And is very violent. Oh, so his windshield keeps getting busted. So he goes to the hardware store in town. And he meets Red, who is a nice old guy, and they get along. But then Brad Wesley is coming in and shaking Red down. And then there's a famous scene where he's out in the country where his room is, and then he's on the grass by the pond, and he's doing shirtless, sweaty Tai Chi. He's just doing these slow motion movements, you know? And then they cut to the guy with the big white beard, the farmer, and the farmer's like, why do I rent this room out? But then Swayze comes back to work. Now the bartender he fired is back, and he brought goons with him. And he's like, guess what? Now the
I ain't gonna lie. These scenes do be hella funny. Like when you go back and look at it, especially when motherfuckers do like a recap, these scenes do be hella funny. These certain scenes do be like hilarious where it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like just imagine he's walking down the street right now. Just walk down the street right now. Imagine in your neighborhood. Or not even in your neighborhood, it's like in the cut somewhere. Like say you're walking through a park or wherever and you just see a motherfucker with a shirt off hella sweaty. Like Like, bro, you would be like, bro, what the fuck is this nigga doing?
Down. And then there's a famous scene where he's out in the country where his room is, and then he's on the grass by the pond, and he's doing shirtless, sweaty Tai Chi. He's just doing these slow motion movements, you know? And then they cut to the guy with the big white beard, the farmer, and the farmer's like, why do I rent this room out? But then Swayze comes back to work. Now the bartender he fired is back, and he brought goons with him. And he's like, guess what? The owner's reconsidered. You don't fire me because my uncle is Brad Wesley, right? And then this starts a fight. There's a fat guy in suspenders.
What?
Everyone's got a knife.
Bro, bring out a
Swayze
big
gets
ass
slashed.
knife.
He throws a guy through the window of the office.
Roadhouse
and then
with
it's
the
a big
kick.
bar fight, right? So
With the
now
kick.
Swayze got a little cut. And now he goes to the hospital. Who's at the hospital? Beautiful blonde doctor.
Nice.
Love interest.
Of course.
And she's like,
She's gotta be there.
Wow, you're such a tough guy. You're a big tough guy. She's going to give him anesthetic. And he's like, I don't want it.
Oh,
and she's like, do you like pain? And he's like, pain don't hurt. He's like, but if you put on a captain's hat, I'm out of here. Pain don't hurt. But planes scare the shit out of me. Oh, and here's the point where I forget the character's name.
Oh,
his
that's-
mentor.
What is his name? That's the movie the movie I remember him is when he's a lot older though. That's Ghost Rider. That's OG Ghost Rider right there. That's for sure OG Ghost Rider. He's in some other shit though. He's in some other shit like some westerns for sure, but that's OG Ghost Rider.
His Mr. Miyagi. The actual greatest bouncer is Sam Elliott.
Oh,
Mr.
shit.
Big old mustache himself.
Yep. Sam Elliott.
Yeah, there
Pretty
you go.
good.
I can do Sam Elliott. What's he say?
That's pretty good.
Thanks, man.
He calls him Miho.
Hey,
okay,
wait.
so we cut to his shit.
Oh, he tried to do his
Mustache.
voice. Hold on, let me see. He tried
I forget
to
the
do his
character's
voice.
name.
That
his
was
mentor,
almost there.
his Mr. Miyagi. The actual greatest bouncer is Sam
Let me
Elliott.
see.
Oh,
Mr.
shit.
Big old mustache himself.
Yep. Sam Elliott.
That's pretty good.
Sorry,
I
man.
can do Sam Elliott. What's he say?
That's pretty good.
Thanks, man.
He calls him Miho. Okay, so we cut to his shitty bar that he's in because he's living the bouncer lifestyle. It's a wet t-shirt contest. He calls him and
shit.
he's like, hey, I got a new gig in Jasper, Missouri. And he's like, cool. I guess he realizes he's kind of in some deep shit. So I think he asked him to come help him out. Just now Sam Elliott's like, you got yourself into another pickle, brother.
You got yourself into another pickle, brother.
When I think
Shut
of
the
Sam
fuck
Elliott,
up.
I always think that in the movie Mask, no one comments on it, but he comes in being cool, and he's just wearing a T-shirt that says "Free Mustache Rides."
Mustache rides. Oh,
And
fuck.
Cher-
Fucking Mask. Yo, I was trying to figure out. I'm like, Mask, what is that? Fucking Rocky Dennis, bro. All right, fun fact. Have you ever seen this movie? Rocky Dennis? Well, Mask.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
basically it's about the true story of the kid, Rocky Dennis. He has like a fucking face. Like his face is like disfigured, all the little shit. Fun fact. I remember my mom and my sisters, they were all in the living room watching this movie, right? Out with my friends, out, boom, doing our thing. I remember coming home, walking, but I'm also like, we just got done smoking too, so I'm high. It's like early high. It's like early days of me smoking. I remember I come back, I walk in, this movie's on. Bro, his face is really big too. So on the screen, his face is like taking up the whole fucking screen. And I didn't know what the movie was, so I just saw him. When I tell you, I burst out laughing uncontrollably, bro. I said, what? I said, who is that ugly mother? I said, hell no. I said, that shit just scared the shit out of me. Like, hey, it was so, like, I could think about it, I could laugh in my head about it. Because I can remember exactly how I was feeling when I saw this. When I saw that, bro, I was like, what the?
When I think of Sam Elliott, I always think that in the movie Mask, no one comments on it, but he comes.
I'm gonna say this too though. Like, I didn't seen videos of, like pictures of Cher back in the day. I ain't gonna lie. Cher was low-key some work. Especially when she had that curly or the afro. It was low-key some work.
In being cool, and he's just wearing a T-shirt that says "Free Mustache Rides," and Cher is like, "My son is disfigured." So thank you for bringing much needed levity with your humorous T-shirt. Okay, Swayze has sex with the doctor.
Oh.
And this is a very specific thing I've noticed that I think Swayze choreographs his own sex scenes because he started as a dancer.
I didn't know that.
And in every Patrick Swayze movie, he does the same move. I think he does it in Ghost. There are probably other examples. Where he always picks the woman up. He picks the woman up and has sex with her while he's like holding her leg. He's always holding the woman in his arms.
Okay.
He's like big on picking women up. He only has sex while women are in the air. And then if you think about the end of Dirty Dancing, right? The end of Dirty Dancing is the ultimate picking a woman up in the air. That movie ends with a woman jumping up in the air,
Dirty
right? You saw that,
Dancing.
and he catches her, and I think he choreographed that. And originally he wanted that to be the sex scene.
Oh
he
my
he wanted her to
God.
jump up in the air and land on his penis. Talk about Dirty Dancing.
Right, no.
Well, he wants
Dirty
to fuck women in the air,
fucking
but he's afraid of
dancing.
flying. A bad
Maybe
time
he's
at
afraid of what he does in the air. It's like you get. Wait, you're telling me I'm in a room where all the women are in the air? He's not afraid of planes. He's just not allowed on them. He's like, if I see a woman in the air, I'm gonna try to fuck her. You're telling me there's 200 women in the air right now? I think they're gonna have the time of their life. So he's not allowed on planes. He's not afraid of them. It all makes sense.
He's on a no-fly list.
He's not afraid of nothing. They just won't let him on planes because he tries to fuck everybody. So Elliot comes in, the goons show up, big fight breaks out.
Oh
Just
wait, hold on. All right, now pause, cause Cheese. I've never seen this movie, but I do want to watch the remake of it with who's in the remake? Shit, I'm forgetting this fucking. Jake Gyllenhaal and a UFC nigga, Conor McGregor. And Conor McGregor's in it too. I kind of want to see that. It's supposed to be some cool fighting, so like, oh okay. And then I'm like, if you got Conor McGregor in there, that means you definitely have. If you have Conor McGregor in your movie, that means you definitely have like UFC trainers or like, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers that's gonna show you, okay, do these type of moves. You know what I'm saying? So pretty cool. I do want to watch that one though. But that's why I'm watching this because I've never seen the first Roadhouse. So I'm like, all right, let me get a little recap.
to fuck everybody. So Elliot comes in, the goons show up, big fight breaks out, just in time for Sam Elliott to come in, and then he kicks everybody's ass. He's like a 7 foot tall, 80-year-old man. Then the farmer's house blows up. Brad Wesley's on a tear. He runs in, he grabs the old farmer who has a big white beard, and he brings him out. But the farmer is wearing red long johns.
Like fucking
so
Santa
he looks
Claus.
like Santa Claus. So at this point, Patrick Swayze is saving Christmas. I think he's been Santa Claus this whole time.
Like fucking Santa Claus.
People don't talk about how he saves Christmas. Brad Wesley is so he's like, first he takes on the car dealership. He blows up the hardware store. Now he's trying to kill old Kris Kringle. He's trying to cancel Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay, so then Jimmy, the head henchman, now
Okay.
he's on like a little ATV thing or whatever. Those are big. And he's like, I blew up Santa Claus's house. Suck it. So now they have their big fight in the woods. Okay. It's just like a shirtless. I think Swayze's shirtless. They do it's so much. It's just the sound of meat slapping.
Oh god.
It's just a sweaty meat slappy good time. It's just they're hitting each other. This goes on for a long time, right? The big line. This is what makes this movie a masterpiece. At one point, he's hitting him, and Jimmy goes, "I used to fuck guys like you in prison."
Oh hell no! No way he
and you're
says
like,
that.
I think I'm watching prison sex now. Like this is very slappy.
No way he
If you
says
close your
that.
eyes, it's prison sex. So this is the big famous thing. I don't know if you've heard about this. So then I think he's winning. Then he starts winning. He's getting beat up a bunch. He starts winning the fight, Swayze. Then now Jimmy takes out a gun.
Oh.
And he does. So now Swayze has to do his patented move, where he grabs the guy's throat and rips it out.
Get the fuck out
Oh
of
no,
here.
he doesn't.
He rips his throat out. You haven't heard about this?
No, seriously?
He just grabs it and rips it out.
Oh, dude.
And then the guy falls in the pond.
Hell
Basically, he does got your nose. I think the point of this movie is that you just gotta let some stuff go. Like if you think about it, he caused all of this.
Yeah.
Like he ended up ripping a guy's throat out because there was money missing from the register. Like, that was the first thing that happened.
Right.
He ends up fighting the mob because people were having too much fun at work. The way Patrick Swayze is acting in this movie seems to make sense because in bars there's like fights and nudity and booze. But if he had worked anywhere else, you would have realized he was the problem. Like, if this movie took place at a restaurant, you would realize he was a maniac. If instead of being called Roadhouse, this movie was called The Texas Roadhouse, you'd be like, shift manager Dalton is a fucking maniac. My smoke break went on for too long, and he kicked me in the knee. The past was doing its best.
Where is hold on. Yeah, I want to see them talk about Revenge of the fucking Nerd. I know it's gonna be a good one. Oh shit. Movie crowd. See Patrick O'Neal and just hearing him talk about it is hilarious. I want to see this shit. Yes, because this is going to be fucking fun. I'm not even, because for the shit that happens in this movie. Oh man, I want to hear it. Hold on, let's see. Fuck it. Let's see. For the things that does happen in this fucking movie, I want to see what they say about it. I got to see.
Revenge of the Nerds is a movie that asks the question, what if terrorism was horny? The world would be a better place. Like, what if on 9/11 they had just pushed the two towers together so that their tips touched?
Oh my god.
Hot. Is that Tower 2, or are you just happy to see me? Oh, and I hope you don't mind, Building 7 likes to watch. So it's the story of our two heroes, two classic nerds, Gilbert and Lewis. They've got the big glasses, the pocket protectors.
Yeah.
They laugh like Eddie Murphy. Yeah. They're going to college. They're
They
worried
laugh
about
like Eddie
fitting in,
Murphy.
but they're hopeful. They're sweet guys. But then at the football player fraternity, the
get
popular
fucking,
guys,
the
they're having a
frat
wild
house
party. The hot cheerleader girls are there. And this guy's like, look at this trick I can do. He's shooting fire.
Hold on. Brad ain't gonna fuck with him. Oh.
Fireballs. Like, he takes a swig of high proof alcohol. He shoots a
Hold on. Live right now. Toxic. Oh, wait. So what? That is fine.
Fireball, the hot cheerleader girls are there, and this guy's like, look at this trick I can do. He's shooting fireballs, like he takes a swig of high proof alcohol, he shoots a fireball, the drapes go up, they burn their frat house down.
Oh, fuck.
And then we see throughout the movie that the dean is a nerd, but then he's always with the football coach, played by John Goodman. And he's always bossing the dean around. So he convinces the dean, hey, my guys need a place to stay. Let's kick the freshmen out of their dorm. My guys get the freshman dorm. And instead of, I guess, sending them an email, because they didn't have those.
Okay, I thought isn't this 19?
Yeah,
Right,
they
they
didn't,
don't
yeah,
have
they didn't have the
emails, for
technology.
sure. Okay.
So how they do it is they just have the jocks run in and like throw them out the window. So then they make kind of like refugees. They make
shit.
all the freshmen live in the
Oh,
gym on
fuck.
cots.
Look at bro.
Refugees. They make
I ain't like it is hella people. It is some people that are in this movie that were like hella young.
all the freshmen live in the gym on cots. But they say, look, we're going to change the rule because of this special situation.
Bro,
and
yeah, this was crazy.
the freshmen can now
It's like,
join
what the fuck?
frats. So you have a place to stay. And everybody gets picked for a frat except for the 10 biggest losers. These are our heroes. This is our team. Lewis, Gilbert, right? There's an Asian guy. There's a black gay
hey,
guy.
okay.
It's a very
Right,
diverse
bruh.
group. There's
Bro, yes.
a 10-year-old.
Yes, I forgot about the black gay dude. I forgot about the black gay dude. I was always thinking like, okay, I remember the racist kind of shit with the Asian dude in this movie. But fuck, I forgot about bruh.
Losers. These are our heroes. This is our team. Lewis, Gilbert, right? There's an Asian guy. There's a black gay guy.
Okay.
It's a very diverse group. There's a 10-year-old.
Very different. Right.
He's like a genius.
Oh,
So he's 10.
okay.
There's a guy named Booger. He's like a short, gross guy. Everyone else in the crew seems socially awkward. This guy just seems like he had a really bad breakup. Booger is just like depressed. And he picks his nose. And he wears T-shirts that say like, blow me until
run
you
it.
die. Or whatever it said. So then
you
this
right now,
group who's
motherfucker.
not accepted,
Oh, you right
they
now,
clean up
motherfucker.
a house. There's a montage
Bam,
of
look at
them
that.
making this beat up house nice.
You are followed.
And then they live in this house. A
Let me
house.
go back
There's a
'cause I'm fucking
montage.
talking to you. I ain't listening.
And he wears T-shirts that say like "Blow me until you die."
Give me head till I'm dead. Like, bro, what?
So then this group who's not accepted,
That's
they clean up a house. There's a
I
montage
ain't
of
lie.
them.
This movie is fucking crazy though. It's fucking. This movie
Making this
is-
beat up house nice, and then they live in this house. A rock comes through the
You
window.
hey, wait. Like, you definitely could not make this movie over, bro. And if you did, it wouldn't be the same vibes. It would be like some other shit. Cause like, bro, some shit that they be doing, and it's just like, bro, what the fuck?
And they look at the rock and they're like, "What's it say on it?" And he says, "It says go home, nerds."
Okay.
So then the nerds go to the police and they're like, "We had a hate crime." And then the guy behind the counter, the cop, he goes, "Yeah, I don't know what this world's coming to. We just arrested that guy over there for mopery."
Mopery?
And they say, "What's mopery?" And he says, "It's when you expose yourself to a blind person."
Oh my god.
And the cop's like, "This isn't really our department. Go to the Greek council."
I ain't gonna lie, that person was so that part is always hella stupid to me because it's like, bro, what do you mean? Because you expose it? How the fuck does he even know that? That's so stupid.
There's a official council. This is a school thing. So they go to the Greek council. Who runs the council but the jocks?
Jocks, yeah.
And the jocks are like, "We don't care about what happened because, hey, we did it.
Right, yeah.
And also, you guys can't be a fraternity because you don't have a national sponsor because they wanted to start their own fraternity for geeks."
Okay.
And then they apply to all the fraternities. Nobody wants them except for the one all-black fraternity because they didn't send a picture.
Oh my
The one guy is the principal from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. He's like, okay, I guess we'll give you a shot. Okay, so they're like, we
For
need
sure,
to
for
throw a
sure.
party to impress the black fraternity so we can gentrify it. So then they have a party, and there's this one cute, nerdy girl that Gilbert, the other guy, met in a computer class. And so they're kind of dating. They throw this party, and she's like, well, I can invite my sorority sisters, the Omega
Trash.
Moos.
Omega Moose.
And he's like, yeah, bring them over. And the Omega Moos, they're kind of nerds, and they're, I guess, a little big.
Okay.
Little
I guess
bit,
that's the
all
joke.
They sound real big.
Whatever.
They're big ladies,
You
but some of
motherfuckers
them
ain't
seem
getting
very
none no
cool.
way.
Okay.
So the party is going great, but then a bunch of actual pigs come into the room.
Actual pigs.
Look,
Uh-huh.
that's the
Jocks put
metaphor.
them up.
I'm not saying it. The jocks are saying it. And then they run out, and the jocks are there on a big truck bed, and they're like, we sent pigs in because the girls at your party are pigs. And what's so funny is for the reaction shot, they don't show the girls that are being called pigs. They just show the guys going, yeah, they kind of are. And this is when the nerds are like, we need to do revenge. Revenge of the nerds. Their revenge is they break into the hot girl sorority.
Bruh, oh my
and-
god. Oh my god. Bruh, yeah, all right. It's finna. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what? Some of the decisions they did, I was like, bro, why are y'all doing this shit? But all right, come on.
When the nerds are
Watch
like,
this shit.
we need to do revenge. Revenge of the nerds. Their revenge is they break into the hot girl sorority and they install cameras. And then later they're just sitting on the couch watching the girls without their knowledge be naked. And they're
perving
sitting on the
out
couch
all the
going,
way.
we got them.
Irvin
And
out.
this would be a horrible thing to do in peacetime. But these nerds are at war. And this is the most humane possible act of war. As an act of war, this would be
Look at
better
them
if
titties.
we behaved this way. Like when Donald Trump was president, if he got on TV and he was like, Kim Jong-un, I saw his wife's tits.
Hey,
I
no,
saw
that
him.
ain't.
Beautiful tits.
That nigga would've dropped a bomb on us.
And if he keeps acting up, I'm going back. I'm seeing Bush.
He would've dropped a bomb
We've
on
got
us
the spy
instantly.
planes. We've got the technology. So then they call up the head of the black fraternity, and they're like, "We looked at the girls naked," and then the head of the head of the black
Bruh.
fraternity is like, "We like your style."
Oh my god.
You're in.
bruh.
So now they're in. So they're having a dinner to celebrate that they got into a black fraternity, and then they look outside. The word "nerds" in flames on the front yard. And they're like, another hate crime against nerds. So then they go back to the council and they're like, yeah, it's still us. We're the government and we hate you. And it comes up that if you win the homecoming talent show, you get to be the president of the college government
Oh.
for some reason.
Right, which is
They're like, you'll
all
never
right.
beat us unless you win the talent show.
All right.
So they're like, hey, I think we should win the talent show. Oh, fuck. So now it's the talent show. It's a bunch of events. And then it
Wait,
it
hold
ends
on,
with-
pause. Is that fuck, who is, that's not him, is it? No, that's not him. From, The Breakfast Club. It's a fucking movie. Is that him from The Breakfast Club? You ever seen that shit? I think that's him. I think he plays a nerd. I think that's the same guy who plays a nerdy guy in The Breakfast Club. Not sure about it.
So now it's the talent show. It's a bunch of events, and then it ends with a talent show. At these Olympic-style events, we see that the things that made the nerds socially unacceptable actually help them in the various events. So then they have a little fair where the popular kids do a kissing booth and the nerds are selling pies and everyone's wearing costumes. And the one popular guy has a costume where you could tell they wanted it to be Darth Vader, but they couldn't get the rights. So it's Darth Vader-esque. It's a black helmet. And they're doing a kissing booth. And the
Bro.
popular girl is like, all this kissing's making me horny.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm. Watch this
Right,
shit.
so
Oh my
meet me in the
God.
fun house and we can have sex,
Oh.
popular guy. What? She goes off into the fun house and then the nerd puts on that guy's helmet. And he also happened to have a black cape on.
Sure.
So now she's leading what she thinks is her boyfriend with a mask on
This is the
into the
craziest
fun
part of
house
the movie,
to have
for sure.
sex.
Uh-oh.
And people have a problem with this scene, but I think that really this is the most responsible part of the movie because they're giving us an important message about mask sex safety.
What the fuck?
You know what I mean? And I think because a lot of women
Take the
enjoy
mask.
mask play.
Look under the mask first.
A lot of women out there can only get off if they're getting fucked by a guy wearing like a plastic Richard Nixon Halloween face. With S&M, you have safe words.
Right.
So I think with mask sex, you need to have security questions. This is what the movie's saying. I think this is a good idea, even if it's not mask sex. If you're just doing doggy style, as soon as you can't see the guy, just pepper him with some questions. Like you can say, "Ooh, baby, do you like that?" But then throw in, "What's your mother's maiden name?" You know what I mean? As soon as he takes the mask off, she's like surprised for a second, and then she's like, "That's the best sex I've ever had."
Then she
I'm
like
in love
fucking
with
with
you.
it. Now they
So now we
together.
get to the big talent show.
They're
It's
together after
a
that.
production. Lewis and Gilbert are dressed up like Devo. The Asian guy is dressed up like a Native American, and he's hitting a gong.
Like why? Like, what is happening?
Fucking figure that out. The gay black guy comes out dressed like Michael Jackson.
Right.
And then the little kid comes out dressed like Michael Jackson. They tried to warn us, Jordan.
Bro,
They
shut
win,
up.
and then the movie ends with
tried to
Gilbert
warn
gives
us.
a speech, and he's like, "Hey, the jocks want to ruin our lives. There's more of us than there are of them. We're all different. None of us fit in. We can't let the beautiful people push us around." He's like, "Until the persecution of the nerds stops, none of us are free. But if we free the nerds, we're all free. The dweebs, the fatzos, people in bands. If we can accept each other, we can create a society based on love, you know, and
Thought they just
eventually
called out
one
band
day
members.
the world will be safe for guys who just want to show their dicks to blind people." When will the Moperist have their day?
Man,
It's a
basically.
victimless crime, Jordan. The past was doing its best.
They motherfucker didn't even see that shit. You look at-
Okay, so it's called Soul Man, and it deals with race. But yeah, you couldn't just call a black guy
I'm picturing the
a
cover.
soul man.
So is the cover of this movie a black dude with a fedora playing the saxophone?
No, that would be a better movie.
Okay.
It's a white guy going, "I'm so sorry for what happened." It's just a white guy, and it says Soul Man. Basically, they just couldn't call the movie
He didn't
black.
give up. He got down. Black guy starring white man. But, hey,
It
no,
should have
for
been
real.
called Black Guy question mark. And it's a white guy going, "Just don't see this. Just please don't watch this movie. Please, we don't know what we were thinking." It was written by a
Oh,
white woman
fuck.
named Carol Black.
What? This is
A riddle inside of a soul man, baby. It's about a white guy who can't get a scholarship. And he's a rich white kid. But his
Wait.
parents say to him,
Doesn't he try to get like to Harvard? I think he tries to go to like the Harvard or some shit, right? Or fucking Harvard or Yale or something.
his parents say, "You know what? You've had everything in your life, and we're your rich white parents.
Cut
We
you
want
off.
you to learn what it's like to work for a living. We want to make a man out of you."
Okay.
I
the worst
decided
time,
to
like-
let you pay your own way.
The worst
So
time to do that.
he gets accepted to Harvard. The first scene is he's in.
So do they put him in blackface so he can understand what it's like?
No,
On the other side
that
of
ends
the
up
tracks.
happening. That ends
Okay.
up happening. That's funny. His parents are like, "Oh wow,
That's what I thought.
What if they were like, son, we want you to understand what it's like to be a man, but not just any man, a black man."
That's what I thought.
And they just slap him in the face with the makeup, and they go, "He's a soul man."
Bro, that would have been crazy.
He's like, okay. He looks at all the scholarships and people who are like, not white guys, and he's like, "Well, nothing there." And then it's pretty early in the movie. It's a very quick cut. So the white guy's talking to his best friend on the beach, I think, and he's like, "Well, I could never get one of these scholarships." And then, like a horror movie, it cuts to his head, like coming into the frame, and now he's in full black guy makeup with
Okay.
like a curly wig, an afro wig, not an afro, but like curly
Jerry
wig,
curls,
yeah, like a black hair wig. And he's just like, and then he's like, "Thanks everybody, I'm glad to be accepted to Harvard." And he's like shaking hands with him. The movie makes a point of saying, "But didn't you take this scholarship away from a deserving black person.
Uh-huh.
And the movie makes a point of going, the guy goes, no, it turns out no black people
Deserve the scholarship.
No, it turns out no black people in LA wanted to go to Harvard.
Right, like get out of here.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're all rich. I don't know. He's just saying, no, I looked into it, and they make a point of saying no black person we're in the zone of the scholarship. So if I didn't use it, the money was going to go to waste. And the friend goes, that's good. That's good that that's true. We're letting everyone watching this movie know that you did not take a scholarship away from an actual black person. And so then he goes to college, and he's like, I'm black, and it's great.
So he gets it. Okay, so
He gets
in.
it.
Bro, wait,
And-
it's even crazy because he even go. This nigga even get with a black female. That's crazy.
At this point, we enters the movie. I think maybe the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
She
There's
is bad.
something
She is
about
fine.
this fucking woman. Her name is Ray. Ray Dawn Chong.
Oh yes.
Ray Dong, fuck me Chong.
Oh my God.
What is up with her? Why was she so amazing? Like she was beautiful, but she had this quality where you want to marry her. Like
Okay.
she was like the best woman you've ever seen because she's like three things. So it's like she's
Ray Dawn Chong.
She's Ray.
Three things.
She's so beautiful, and she falls in love with him. Now he's a white guy. No, he falls in love with her.
Okay.
We don't, but then they do fall in love, right? And then after they fall in love, because they study together, they're in law school. There's all these great black actors. Ray Dong Chong, fucking Darth Vader's in it. What's his name again?
James
James
Earl
Earl
Jones.
James
Or,
Earl.
hey.
Goddamn.
R.P. my nigga right now. R.P. the great. R.P. Man, what? James Earl Jones just. R.P. fucking Darth. Right? That's what the Force is still gonna be with us. Still gonna be with us.
And fucking Darth Vader's in it. What's his name again?
James Earl Jones.
James Earl goddamn Jones. So all these black actors had no
Earl
problem with
goddamn
this movie
Jones.
at the time.
Is he the dean?
He's like the tough as nails
Okay.
law teacher.
When you get out here,
And so they
we
fall in
there.
love. They're going to get through law school together. And then they kiss in the snow. And she says, somehow it comes up. How does it come up? It comes up that
It's good though. Once you get back out here, man, come on now. We going back. I love that boy. That's my boy. That's my bar. Real for real.
she was supposed to get the scholarship.
Ooh.
And she goes like, and she has a kid and she's working a job at the cafeteria. And it comes out she's supposed to get the scholarship. And he's like, oh shit, but they said no one was going to get the scholarship. And she said no, but if no one claimed it in LA, it was going to open up to a wider area. And I was next in line to get it. And he's like, oh my God, I took the scholarship from this black single mother who I'm in love with.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know I'm secretly white. So then, I'm trying to wrap it up. So then,
He's not trying to.
but then, see, this is where the movie's good. He's immediately like, I did something wrong. I took an opportunity from a black woman. I'm a piece of shit. See, the whole movie, everyone he meets, every white person's racist. So he moves into his apartment, and Leslie Nielsen is the racist landlord.
What?
Yeah. He's like, he moves in, and he's like, well, we can't do anything about it now.
Man, that's my
And
guy,
then
too.
Jan from The Office, Melissa Hardin, is that her name? You know Jan from The Office. She's like 20 in this or something.
Okay.
I mean, she's hot in The Office.
Oh, I thought that was your impression
Or
of how
21.
racist she was.
Oh,
No,
she looks better when
so
she
she's
older.
the landlord's daughter.
Okay.
Janice
and
from the
everyone's-
Hold on. No, Janice from the Office. Hold on. All right, so look.
It's
real quick.
racist.
So she was.
Fuck it. Hold on. Let
Okay.
me go back. Let me
I mean,
get
she's hot in The
let me get a
Office.
good-
Oh, I
let me get a
thought
good
that
little-
was your impression.
Bam. All right, watch this. I ain't gonna lie, she look way better older. Oh, look. No, that was Janice. Hold on. Office. Janice, right? Bro, she looks way better. What? Oh, what? She looks way better older. What? Boy, she ate like fine wine. Look at Janice. Janice, hold on. Not that Janice. That right there. Not this one. This one. Look way better. The fuck? Look way better older. Alright. I for sure got my flight already. Got the round trip for the dub. Damn, for dub though? God damn. A $20 flight. That is crazy. if I was the head of flights and doing flights, $25, 20. That's crazy. If I fucking was the whoever got the monopoly on that, I would. What? Bitch, I'm using this gas too. Yeah, nah, we doing at least 50. At least 50. Round trip. Or whatever. At least 50. 25 though? Hey, that's player as fuck though. Run that. I'm buying that all day. I'm buying that all day.
Or
Or
how
21.
racist she was.
No,
Like,
she's so she's the landlord's daughter.
Okay.
And everyone's racist except for Jan, who's racist in her own way, which is funny. Which is she just wants to like she wants to fuck black guys,
Oh,
but she's
shit.
like racist about it.
Okay.
Like she wants to
What?
fuck him because he's black, and then the next morning she's like, I felt 400 years of oppression
No.
in every thrust.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
And he's like, and she's like, and you know what? The stereotypes aren't even, stereotypes are bullshit. Like, it turns out the penis one isn't even true.
It's white.
No, well, he's black all over.
That's
Did I
funny as
mention this? He's taking
hell.
tanning pills.
Oh,
So they
no.
set up at the beginning of the movie that they have a scientist friend who works on super tanning pills.
Of course.
He takes all the tanning pills, so he's black all over his body.
Okay.
But he still has a tiny little penis. And then at the end of the movie, they break up, and then she walks in with a Native American. She's like, so she just has to fuck guys.
But is he
So like
white?
in her, so they're making fun of liberals that are like self-congratulatory, where she's just like,
I still
I'm gonna
haven't seen
fuck a
this movie. I
black
gotta
guy,
watch
and that's
this
gonna
fucking
make
movie.
up for everything. And then she goes, can I write a short story about this? Like she's just like so she's racist in her way. And then the Melora Hardin, like the white girl, like the white girl who is the daughter of the landlord. So that's like a tense thing. He can't find out about that. So every white person, and then at one point he gets arrested because he's black. Every white person's racist. And then he goes to
And he gets pulled
jail,
over.
and he looks, and it's all these white guys that are dressed in the same like green little league outfit, or like the
they
same like minor
Irish?
league, like they're all on the same like baseball team or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, hey, he's like, hey guys, how you doing? He's like, we lost the game. We lost it to a bunch of beep.
Oh, boy.
And then they beat the shit out of him. Like every white, so this is a movie
And
about how
they
white
get on
people
him.
are horrible, and this black guy takes an opportunity from a black woman,
You mean white guy?
and he feels bad about it. And then the last scene is him saying he's white and he's so sorry and he shouldn't have done this. And then we go to James Earl Jones. We sit down with old Jimmy Darth Vader Jones, and he's like, "You should not have done this." You should not have done this. You lied to us all. What is that? What is it? He's like, you should not have done this. And he's like,
yeah,
and he's
spirit
like,
of
here's what I'm gonna
everything.
do. I'm gonna give my scholarship to Ray Don Chong, of course. And he's like, yes, and he's like, and I'm gonna donate all my money to black people for the rest of my life. At one point, before he comes clean, it's this big scene where his best friend comes in like he's his lawyer, because they have this whole like tribunal thing where it's like the students are gonna judge him, because it's like the committee for when students fuck up, and everyone's in the audience, which is unrealistic. Jan's there with her Native American boyfriend, and the whole so Jan's there, and then the friend comes in before the big reveal that he's white, because they've also just seen him as black. But I guess he stops taking the pills, and he's like, he does this whole thing where he's like, would we judge him for the color of his skin? It's not his fault. He was raised around weak people.
Oh.
But they think they're talking about blacks. So he's talking about rich whites.
Damn.
This is such a term.
It's a double meaning.
That's
Going
hella
like,
funny.
because if you think about who's lazier than rich white people? He's like,
Nobody.
they're lazy.
he was
he
raised-
was raised with bad morals. And are we going to judge him for the color of his skin? It's like they think he's talking about black people. He's talking about how being raised rich and white fucks you up. It's fucking genius, right? This is the best movie ever.
It's
And
the best movie
then
ever.
He comes out, and he's white. And then he says to James Earl Jones later in the office, I'm gonna donate my time and and when the best friend's doing the whole speech about don't judge him by the color of his skin, he uses the word reparations. So I think it's like that's the whole thing. It's like white people recognizing when they've done something wrong to black people and paying for it. And he says all this stuff to James Earl Jones he's gonna do, and James Earl Jones like, I forgive you. And he's like, also I'd like to become a lawyer so I can really help people. And he's like, okay, you can do it. You can do it. And then we cut to the main character going, racism. When it happens to a white guy, it's even worse.
Oh my fucking god.
That's the point of the movie. The past was doing its best.
That is hella fucking funny. Oh shit, that is funny.
I'm
Nah,
black
look at
and
him
it's
though. That is
great.
hilarious.
So he gets it. Okay, so
He gets
Just
in,
looking at him in his
and
fucking
at this
costume
point,
is
we
fucking funny.
enters the movie. I think maybe the most.
Just him in this costume is almost done with it. Because I haven't seen Crash since I was like younger, but Crash for sure was like one of those movies where it's like everything ties in, but it was hella
And it starts
racial.
with Don Cheadle
Oh, I love Don Cheadle.
looking out the window, and he goes, in a big city, he goes, I think it's that touch. In a big city, you can walk around and touch people.
What?
And we're like, Don, you're not allowed to do
Yeah,
that.
what?
And he's like, in a big city, you hustle, you bustle, you hit shoulders.
Yeah.
But again, we also don't do that here. You'd be murdered.
Yeah.
But he's like, in a big city, there's that human quality. In Los Angeles, we're just in these metal boxes.
Cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does he not know?
And the lady next to him goes, cars, Don? And he says, I think we crash into each other just to feel something. And the lady behind him goes, I think we crash into people because we're Asian ladies.
Oh my god.
And then we cut to two black guys, one of whom is Ludacris.
Ludacris.
He's like, that waitress
Ludacris!
didn't fill our
Wait.
coffee once.
Ludacris. What?
And then
Why
we
he said
cut
like
to two black guys, one of whom is Ludacris.
Ludacris.
He's like, that waitress didn't refill our coffee once because we're black. And then the other guy's like, we didn't order any coffee.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, well, she probably didn't even offer us coffee because she knew we wouldn't tip. And then he's like, but she was black. And he goes, yeah, she probably still think we weren't going to tip because that's a stereotype. And he goes, did you tip? And he goes, like, for service like that? I didn't tip that bitch. And he's like, dude, you're crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think we would have had, it's funny.
Right.
He's the guy who's obsessed with race and thinks everyone's after him, right?
Sure.
And then we see walking down the street a pre-fat Brendan Fraser.
Oh man.
Pre-fat.
Is she
Which
finna
I
clutch
think,
her
I think this
fucking-
is the movie, the stress of this movie. He went and ate a bunch of pizza and cried. And Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock.
Love it. She's timeless.
Uh-huh.
She's been the same
Sandra
age since
Bullock.
Speed, baby.
Yeah, just great in Bullet Train.
They're walking down the street. This is when I fell in love with this movie. And this is when the movie let you know it was 2005 and would not get made today.
Yeah, yeah.
Fraser and Bullock are walking down the street. And I think later she admits to it. I didn't really see it. She kind of holds her purse a little tighter walking by Ludacris and his black friend. And Ludacris goes, see that shit right there? That's what I'm talking about. That white lady, she held her purse tighter. She saw two young, smart, powerful black men who clearly looked like college students. She saw two black men. All she saw was two criminals. That's some racist shit. We should rob that bitch. And then they pull out their guns. Cut two.
Oh boy.
We
Like,
now
what the
follow
hell?
home the Mexican
That is
locksmith.
funny.
Uh-huh.
He comes home and the most adorable little Mexican child you've ever seen.
Okay.
She's scared and she's under her bed. She's built like a fort of blankets, but she's under the bed. And he's like, "Oh, honey, are you scared?" And this cute little kid's like, "Yeah, I heard gunshots." And he's like, "Well, honey, we moved. We're not in a bad neighborhood anymore." He's like, "Are you still upset?" This is a funny question. He's like,
And then
"Honey,
she gets
are you still
shot at
upset
the
about the
fucking
time
end,
that
bro.
bullet went into your room?" Because you're being a kind of a drama queen, but at the time you're 8 and almost got shot.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, Daddy, I'm so I'm so upset about the bullet." And he's like, and then he says, "Oh, you know what? You just had your I don't know what kid's age is, 5th birthday, whatever." He goes,
Okay.
"Oh, you just had your 5th birthday," or she's either 5 or 10.
Right.
no. Let's say 8. She goes, "I forgot to give you your present." And he's like, "Your grandmother gave this to me when I turned 5 or 8."
He also doesn't know.
Which is, I go, this is so funny. He goes like, "I have a cloak, an invisible cloak cape."
Yeah.
And it's invisible and you can't feel it, but it's real and it makes you impervious to bullets. And I'm thinking, don't give the kid this kid's gonna think you're giving the kid a cape that makes her think she can't die. You should do the opposite.
Right.
This is the cape that makes you be careful. Be very careful all the time because we live in a bad neighborhood. But he just said that. She's like, "You know what? Now I feel safe. I'm going to go to bed."
Okay.
So he was lying to her so she would just shut the fuck up and go to bed.
Yeah.
So then we cut to Matt Dillon.
Oh, yeah.
He's the racist
Oh,
white
yeah.
cop.
White cop.
And then he pulls over a car. And he pulls him over. And it's a very well-to-do, like they look like they just came from the opera. And they're like in a good mood, you know. Oh, and also Thandie Newton. And he's like,
He's getting
and so he wants to mess with him. So he tells him to get out of the car. And then while the husband watches, he feels up Thandie Newton.
That's not cool.
That's not cool. While the husband watches, he kind of gets up and he gets up. He's like, I'm racist now. I'm pissed off about my dad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick my
Feel up Thandie Newton.
Stick my finger up Thandie Newton's booty hole.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Bruh.
Okay.
Which that's a very uncomfortable scene.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's kind of implied.
Huh. I was saying you don't see his finger go in her
Yeah,
asshole.
maybe he's like, my dad keeps peeing like a girl. How do girls pee? I'm gonna go.
Bro, get out of here.
He's doing medical research. Can I say something? No one knows how girls pee. He's like, if I can feel up enough pussies.
In 3, 2, 1.
I'm just a stunt guy.
He's trying to, I think this guy's just trying to save his father's life. Now we cut to, there's been a car accident. The car's upside down. It's half on fire.
car crash.
Car crash. Runs in. No, we hate Matt Dillon at this point.
Oh, yeah.
He's the booty hole toucher.
Yep.
We don't care for him at all.
His dad, I heard his dad pees like a lady.
His dad pees like a little bitch.
Yeah.
He still hasn't figured out how girls pee. He runs in, but he's a police officer. He's the thing about police
Big old
officers.
bow.
Maybe we hate them. Maybe they're bad people. Maybe a lot of them are racist. They do a job that no one else wants to do.
Sure.
This guy who is a racist booty hole toucher, guess what? There's an upside down car that's about to blow up. This motherfucker is running towards it.
Okay.
He is a hero in his way. See? Complicated.
Yeah.
He's a racist booty hole toucher who also saves people from car accidents.
Racist booty
So it's
hole
upside
toucher.
down. And there's a lady in there, and she's like freaking out, and we don't see her face, and he starts helping her out. The woman's head turns. It's Thandie Newton.
God damn it.
And she's like, dude, she's like, I thought this day couldn't get any worse. I was about to blow open a car. Here comes the booty hole toucher. They touched my booty hole.
Yeah.
And he's like, and she starts freaking out, and she starts freaking out, and he's like, look, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. And there's a very dramatic scene. And people would say it's too dramatic. I think it's just dramatic enough. There's this like music, like this, booty hole. Or it's like, Pit, pull her out. And he pulls her out. And then for a second, they pull him out. Because like this thing, we see the fire coming towards the gas. This thing's about to explode. And they pull him out. And he's like, no, I got to save her. And then he goes in and he saves her, right? And he pulls her out. He saves her life. And I think this is a metaphor for the fact of like, no one's irredeemable, right? It's almost like Matt Dillon in this movie is white America.
Okay.
And touching her butthole was slavery. But then pulling her out of the car that's about to explode was when we let the Little Mermaid be black.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God.
The Secret Persian, his house gets, his store gets
Oh, this is
broken
recent.
into.
He just did this.
And he's like, it's that Mexican locksmith didn't fix the lock. I'm going to take the gun that I got from the racist white guy, and I'm going to go kill the Mexican locksmith, right? He's outside the house. He's going to kill the Mexican locksmith. And we see the little girl come home who we love. She's the cutest. She's the one pure person in this whole movie.
Okay.
Well, he's pretty cool too, the locksmith. So she comes in, and then the locksmith comes home, and the Persian comes out. The secret Persian comes out. Because you know how they are. These Persians always hiding around in cars. He comes out. He pulls the gun out, and he says, like, they broke into my store. That's all I had. I told you to fix the lock. He doesn't speak English that well, so that's even more tense because he's like, dude, you needed a new door. He's like, I cannot have this conversation again. I am going to shoot you in the face. We cut to the little girl. The mom doesn't see what's happening. The little girl, she goes to the door, and she looks out, and she says, he doesn't have his cloak.
Oh, boy. Oh, fuck.
She goes, I've got the cloak.
Oh, shit.
I better give Daddy his cloak. And she's the cutest little girl. She runs in slow motion. She runs toward Daddy. The guy's like, I'm going to shoot you in the face. Running towards Daddy. I'm going to shoot you in the face.
No.
Running towards Daddy. She jumps up and grabs Daddy to protect him with her cloak. The gun goes off. We cut to the mother going, not my daughter. But the girl is fine.
The cloak's real?
The cloak, it worked. The guy looks at the gun. The Persian looks at the gun. He's like, what the fuck? This girl's magic or evil or something.
Yeah.
The guy runs off. Cut to, here's what happened. The guy who thought he was Osama bin Laden, the racist white gun store owner, he gave, because he doesn't like Iraqis who are Persian,
Yeah.
he gave him blanks. The racist white store owner
he knew
gave the
he was
guy
finna
blanks,
use
so
that
he's had
shit.
blanks in his gun the whole time. Because the white store owner hates the Iraqis and the Middle Easterners, he gave the guy a gun that wouldn't shoot, which saved the life of the Mexican daughter. And this is the movie telling us that racism is both the cause and the solution to all of our problems. The past was doing its best.
Fuck. Racism is for sure the cause and the solution. He for sure was finna pop that dick. Oh shit. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on. Alright, let's get it. Fucking racist booty hole toucher. Fucking racist booty hole toucher. That's hell. Game is talking about. Say it's him. We gon' see. Oh shit! I should have. Hit him. Come on. This is Epic Games. Do I have don't tell me I got it. Saber. band right. Come on and pre-create these shaders, man. There we go. Finally. Take it off. All right. No forgiveness. In darkness, far deep. It's all. Hadouken.
Approaching Kadako. Prepare for atmospheric entry. Approaching drop zone.
Oh shit. Alright. Yeah, let's get it. Open drop.
Kill team leader to squad. Box check. Repeat. Kill team leader to squad. Confirm Vox contact. We have crashed. It's from your position. Do you have the virus bomb? Damn it. Moving to... Lost contact with brother. Approaching orbital launcher facility. Well secured. Hellstross, Alpha! I'm moving to the crash site. Do you read? Any sign of the commander?
God damn.
Negative. No contact since the crash. I'm here, damn it! Hellstross, you have command. What are your orders? We proceed as planned. Launch the virus bomb into the stratosphere, detonate it, and watch the Tyranids die. A sight I will greatly enjoy. Transmitter must be broken. Homicans. The area will be crawling with them.
Okay. Armor. Alright. What place I can get back my health?
Alpha, where's that damn virus bomb?
Next. Hold on.
I'm up to my elbows in these wretched pawns. Any word from Brother Darius or the commander? No.
Bumper to parry. That makes sense.
Spores! Now they send larger meat to stop me.
Arthur, you must reach that bomb. I will, even if I have to chew my way through.
Darius, brother, I will repay them tenfold. This bolter will roar in your name, Darius. I swear on it. Come, vermin!
I shall be picking these rotten Xenos out of my fangs for weeks. Situation here at the Morte is becoming severe. Have you secured the virus bomb? No. For every gaunt I smash, 10 more come raining down. If we fail to launch that bomb, there will be nothing to stop the Tyranids. I am almost at the crash site. Just make sure the launcher is still standing when I get there. Hold the line for as long as I can.
Trying to figure out this parry shot. I think I might have to parry down just a little bit. Oh, to not mark them. Oh shit.
We are running out of time. Kill team, I am at the crash site. Old Farm! Baron!
Baron, my brother, you have honored the Imperium with your devotion.
Iris Bow.
Ulfa! Kelstros, if you can hear me, I have the virus bomb. Headed to the orbital launcher.
Is that as hard as you bite, Xenos? Come on! Endless shoulder!
Ulfa! No! Death will not go unpunished.
Tyranids have breached the perimeter. Ulfa! Anyone? Is the bomb en route?
Hang on, Kelstros! You have served your Emperor well, brother. Record log. To any Imperial unit that recovers this log, my kill team crash-landed off course. My brothers are all dead. Slain by Tyranids. I have the virus bomb. Moving to the orbital launcher. We'll fire into stratosphere where it will disperse over Tyranid positions.
is our one chance to delay the Tyranid invasion. The virus will spread through their forces. They will adapt, but it will slow them down. The virus
I'm not
must be
checking
launched
Rocketlight,
into
pick
the
up some shit.
stratosphere. Nothing else matters.
Oh, I gotta fight my way out of that one.
Operator shift change overdue. Your tardiness has been flagged for invigilation.
Open the gates!
Shift chronometer reset. You're registered as on duty. Carry out the Omniscience work according to the divine synchronicity. Payload chambered. Hazardous material detected. Further benedictions required.
Transmitting override authorization. Set atmospheric detonation.
The rite of safeguard must be performed. Seek an authorized Magos. The Magos on duty does not respond.
Summon the lift.
Thank you. I gotta give a shot at this right here, man. Next time.
Machine Spirit, what is the status of the orbital launcher?
Hibernation. Console inactive for 22 hours. This impiety to the Omnissiah has been logged.
Activate launch systems.
The rite of initialization must be performed. Seek an authorized Magos at the command console. The command console is posted at the edge of the observation platform. A Magos will attend to you shortly.
Doubtful.
Where are you going? How come my grenades? What are grenades? buttons.
Attention. Magos. Your launch authorization is required for dispatch of payload.
It is done. I will take you all with me. I will not rest until you lie dead at my feet. Even if I am slain, I will leave you with wounds by which you will remember me. We will eradicate your kind from the galaxy. May that virus strip your flesh from your bones.
killed him. I knew that's what that was.
Praise the Emperor. The wound was fatal. You survived only through the Rubicon surgery. We remade you. You are a Primaris now.
Why?
Lord Calgar issued the command himself.
Is he here?
Gone. Summoned by the Primarch.
I must get back to the Watch Fortress.
You have been reassigned.
My place is with the Death Watch.
The Inquisition can find no stain on you, Titus. Accused of heresy. You have served penance in the Death Watch for almost a century. And not once have you faltered. But you will never know redemption until you have faced the judgment of your brothers. Prove yourself to us and know true absolution. What is your life?
My honor is my life.
What is your fate?
My duty is my fate.
What is your fear?
My fear is to fail.
What is your reward?
My salvation is my reward.
What is your craft?
My craft is death.
What is your pledge?
My pledge is eternal service.
The Rubicon surgery has remade you as a Primaris Marine. You are now stronger, faster, and more resilient. You will take your place as an Ultramarine once more. Your brothers will know that you served in the Death Watch, but your dishonorable status as a Black Shield has been redacted from the archives. Should it be discovered, there would be questions. Lord Calgar has offered you a second chance. Do not taint it.
Second chance at life.
Sergeant Ventia had secured the spaceport and handed over its defense to the Cadian's brother.
Lieutenant. Kudanis, we have work to do. Gather the rest of the squad on the flight deck.
Yes, brother.
Bro, what the fuck? Alright, y'all. I like the game. Finna play it again.